messages last night. He was not happy. He's very sad. I don't know why they've done that. I don't know why. Because heavy, as by design, is a high damaging class, and getting your mittens out and trying to punch people, you're reducing your DPS, which is kind of going against the whole reason you'd have a heavy in MvM. My video the other day where I had we had 3 snipers, tickle heavy, and a pyro. It's stuff like that that's fun. It's finding different ways to play MvM, different ways to play the game. You know, rather than just the standard loadouts, the standard lineups. And I don't know, like taking that away, it's just kind of, I don't know, why would you do that? I can understand it's slightly overpowered on the Sentry Buster because it automatically kills it. But again, if your heavy is putting himself in the position to jump in there with his mittens instead of his minigun to try and punch stuff in the back, it's kind of like saying, it's like the medic with the Ubersaw. Your medic is supposed to be healing you, and in MvM generally you're supposed to be critzing somebody. But if you run in with the Ubersaw, you're opening yourself up to die because you don't have much defense. But the reward is there if you manage to get the slices, to get the 25%, to get another crits or another vaccinator or whatever in order to keep the game going for you and give you an advantage. If you've got that skill to do that, then that's really good as a medic. And the same goes for heavy. Like, by default you should be there with your minigun shooting down, putting out the damage on the giants. That is your role in MvM as a heavy. You know, the demo, the sniper, they can kill the large masses, but as a heavy you can focus and track the giants really easily and do a lot of damage. But if you're putting that minigun away, that means your teammates have to do more damage, and if you're running in there with the mittens, you're doing the same thing as the medic with the Ubersaw. You know, you're putting yourself in a position where you can quite easily be killed. But if you have the skill, you have the technique to be actual get behind a robot and punch them, tickle them, whatever, to incapacitate them for a few seconds, then you deserve that reward, surely. It just means your teammates have to back it up with the damage. So why don't you just take away the Ubersaw's ability to get 25% off of robots? I mean, the whole point of the Holiday Punch. Let's go on the Holiday Punch, shall we? Let's go on to my heavy. It says, critical hit forces victim to laugh. Always critical hit from behind. So taking that away from MvM, you're taking away the ability of the item. No other item does that in MvM. Unless the one that I'm glaring. You know, you get 25% from Ubersaws from things. You can cause things to bleed using the Boston Basher and the Southern Hospitality. You know, the Fist of Steel means you take less damage when you've got them out from them. I'm trying to think of something. You know, you still get crits with the flare gun when they're on fire. Why specifically this item? And I understand it can be overpowered, and if you've got good players, it can be used in a way that makes it extremely easy. Hence my video where we were able to do it with 3 snipers, a pyro, and a heavy, just tickling the giants. But that's because we were all very good players. You know, I've got over 100 tours. Vithuf has nearly 300 tours. You know, when you've got good players, it doesn't matter what classes you've played. We've played this with 6 soldiers. We've played this with 6 huntsmen, and we finished it. Why now? Why this? So I don't really understand it. I think it wasn't something that was ridiculously overpowered that people were abusing. I'm trying to think of something in MvM that was like that they've removed, but I can't think of it. I mean, is that as overpowered as, say, the pyro using the flog against the tank? Because the soldier gets rage from hitting the tank, the pyro gets oomph from hitting the tank. That's overpowered. You just need to have a pyro with the flog just sit on the tank and just keep critzing over and over, and he can solo it, which frees up 5 players to kill the rest of the robots. So once again, I can't think of any weapon that they've done that. They've taken away the essence of the item. It just doesn't make sense. It wasn't that overpowered. It was just a different way of playing the game. When I play heavy in MvM, I don't generally do the tickling. I prefer to just shoot things. Some people prefer. It's just a fun way to do it. I don't know. It was a very, very weird thing to see, and I don't understand why. But that's my rant over about it. One can hope that they'll put it back, and yeah, but why? Why is my question. I don't see it as too overpowered. I don't see it as game breaking. Maybe tweak it a little bit. Maybe on the Sentry Busters, instead of having it as an immediate explode, just have it set as you punch them and they stop for a couple of seconds, the same way as Rocket Specialist stuns the Sentry Buster when you hit them with rockets. Something like that instead of an immediate explode. But you know, you can tickle something, whip out your minigun, shoot the heavy, and then shoot a giant, and still get destroyed seconds later when he stops laughing. I don't know, but that's just my thoughts on it. We will see.